Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Monday afternoon to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We are in week 4 of our London Bulldogs franchise, and we are on the road in East Rutherford, New Jersey, just right outside of New York City, as we are taking on the 1-2 New York Giants at MetLife Stadium, also home of the New York Jets, by the way. And we want our campaign to be 4-0 with this win today. So, last episode against the Buffalo Bills, we destroyed the Bills offense 64-14. I will have the link to the video in the description. So, check out the weekly awards here heading into week 3. Hassan Reddick, 4 tackles, 1 sack, 1 INT, 1 forced fumble, and a touchdown. NFC Defensive Player of the Game last episode. By the way, his only touchdown was that pick 6 against Buffalo, so he read the quarterback there, and no defender surprisingly stopped him. So without further ado, we'll show you the uniforms, and we'll see you guys at kickoff. Alright, for the New York Giants, they are going to be wearing their 2007 red alternate jerseys with Nike alternate white pants with red socks, and red with white shoes. So every time, well, almost every time that we play against the New York Giants, we're just gonna make them wear the red jerseys or blue jerseys, depending. But this does not apply just to London Bulldogs. It applies to all of our franchises. Just keep that in mind. Now, for our London Bulldogs, we're just going to wear our standard away jerseys, white jerseys with navy royal blue pants and blue socks. So without further ado, we'll see you at kickoff.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. Daniel Jones and the New York Giants taking on Ben Roethlisberger and the London Bulldogs.
Alright, now it is kickoff time here in MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, as we get to see Khalid Smith and the London Bulldogs are ready to return this one. So he gets stopped there at the 42. We actually are going to play Cam Newton today for quarters 1 and 4, and then Flacco just for quarters 2 and 3. So Newton has been a backup. He's only thrown 1 passing touchdown this season and has 19 yards passing wise. So he was 2 for 2. So Newton, he's going to fire this one out to Antonio Brown. So nice catch, by the way, as he will get that first down at the 27-yard line. 31-yard reception, by the way, by Antonio Brown. So we're actually just going to simply use the pistol formation. We're going to use the 4 verticals pass play on 1st and 10 from the 27. So Newton back to pass, firing this one out to Gronkowski. And Gronk gets this into the end zone for a TD, his first receiving touchdown of the game. And London is leading this one 7-0 here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Alright, 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Daniel Jones throwing that pass incomplete. So London made that nice pass deflection there that time. It should have been intercepted, though. That would have been real nice if we returned that. And they're still at the 34-yard line, so they're going to step back to pass. So this will be a first down. So Kenny Golladay, the former Detroit Lions wide receiver, claims that reception. So AJ Bouye makes the tackle there. They're going to hand this off to Saquon Barkley, the Penn State product, who grew up somewhere in New Jersey. I don't know what city he was from, but he originally was going to choose to go to Rutgers, University, but then decided last minute to go to Penn State. So they lose the football. London says they have it, and they do. And Ryan Kerrigan makes that nice fumble recovery. He gets this into the end zone for a touchdown, and this will be a 14-0 lead. So he steps back to pass. He gets sacked. The ball is out, and we just run it out, and he scores that in. So it's now 14-0 Bulldogs, and we're actually going to take a break here, and we'll see you guys when we're on offense. Oh, wow, Joe Hayden claims an INT. That turned out to be an incomplete pass there, but Joe Hayden, he knew when to claim the possession of the football, so now it's going to be London Bulldogs possession. It's now 13-0. For some reason, when I was doing the field goal attempt, the PAT, it ended up being no good because I accidentally clicked on the wrong button on my PlayStation 4 controller. So I do kind of apologize for that. Larry Fitzgerald claiming that reception, scores it into the end zone for a touchdown. That's going to be a 54-yarder, and it's going to be a 20-0. So we're going to see you guys when we're on defense. All right, first down and 10 from the 31, 47 seconds to go here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The Giants run the ball with Saquon Barkley. Only gained about 4 yards on that play, so this will be a 2nd and 6. So the clock's winding down pretty fast here, and we're going to win it, and we're going to lead this 20-0. So Saquon runs that ball, loses at least 3 yards on that 2 yards on that play, so this will be a 3rd down and 8. So they're at their own 33. This, I'm assuming, will be the final snap of the first quarter here in MetLife Stadium. All right, 1st and 10, 46-yard line. The Giants, it looks like they're going to step back to pass. And Daniel Jones, he gets sacked by Dante Hightower with 0.5 sacks. So that was a loss of 14. Not a very good play offensively for the Giants because they lost a 1st down and 4 yards. So nearly a 1st down and a half. Darius Slayton claims that reception whatsoever at the 50-yard line. 2nd down and 14 now. 3rd down and 14 at the middle of the field. And will Daniel Jones, question is, will he get that 1st down? Apparently not. Casey Hayward makes that sack there. So this will be a 4th and 21. Golden Tate, who makes his homecoming to MetLife Stadium. He only spent quite a bit of time with the New York Giants. I mean, he played mainly with the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. So this is going to be a 1st and 10. We're actually going to put in some Joe Flacco, the Audubon, New Jersey native. And Audubon, it's right around about 30 minutes east of Philadelphia. So about 1 hour from New York City. So that's a 29-yard pass there. And that is going to be a 1st and 10. All right, 1st and 10, 23-yard line. We're going to step back to pass. We throw that. That's incomplete. Intended for A.J. Green there, but he ran the incorrect route. So what we're going to do, I'm thinking about doing a dagger pass play. So we're going to put in some Larry Fitzgerald here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. We're going to use the dagger pass play on 2nd down and 10, 23-yarder. I'm going to throw this one out to Larry Fitzgerald. Gets a 1st down. Actually, it's a 1st and goal, as in a matter of fact. So we're going to put in some Khalid Smith along the lines here. So we're going to hand this off to Smith, and he gets this into the end zone for a touchdown. All right, 1st down and 10 from the 32-yard line. And they're going to throw this one out to Saquon Barkley. That's going to be a 1st down and 10. We're going to use the zone coverage on 2nd and inches now. So they're going to step back to pass to Darius Slayton. He gets stopped there at the 50. So that is a 1st down. the Giants are taking a timeout. So it's now 28-0. We did take a 2-point conversion with Frank Gore. It was successful. So 1st and 10, 50-yard line. What are we going to do? We're just going to they're going to step back to pass. He's going to fire that one out to Saquon Barkley. He gets stopped there at the 45. And he lost about 5 yards on that reception. So that's going to be 2nd and 15. Giants only have 1 timeout remaining. So they're not going to score 28 points within 46 seconds. So they get stopped there at the 46. Daniel Jones has 1 INT. So he's not off to a great performance throwing wise today. I mean, he got sacked for so many yards, sacked so many times and lost so many yards. So that's a 1st and 10 from the 30. Blitz here on the defense, and we're hoping to get an interception or some turnover to end the first half. Now, Galladay claims that reception. He gets stopped at the 12. So the Giants are trying to look ways to get their first touchdown of the game. They've been trailing along the lines here. So now, what are they going to do? They do claim a reception there to Evan Ingram, but they take that timeout whatsoever. What are they going to do is the real question. Are they going to still throw or run the ball, or will they at least take the field goal possession? So they're going to throw this one, and that is a touchdown to Evan Ingram. So now this is going to be a 28-7 lead. All right, now it is kickoff time. 6 seconds to go at the 35. Khalid Smith, he is ready to return the kickoff, and he is still on his feet whatsoever. He is going to return this one. This is going to wind up ending the first half here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Taking this one all the way straight into the end zone. 103-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. And this, we're actually going to do a 2-point conversion to extend our lead even further. So last time we scored 64 points. So we're going to run this out with Frank Gore. He gets it in. It's now 36-7. Bulldogs lead by 29. All right, 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. They're going to hand this. Oh, wait, he gets fumbled. He almost lost the ball there, but then Saquon Barkley to the rescue. And now it's a 2nd and 16 from the 24-yard line. And they don't want to make that mistake again, so they're going to run it with Barkley. And he gains about 5 yards on that play. 3rd down and 11 now here for Daniel Jones and the Giants. So they've only scored 1 touchdown, and I believe that was to Evan Ingram. So they're going to step back to pass, and it is Darius Slayton. Well, Saquon Barkley gains about 10 yards on that play. Question is, does he actually get that a 1st down? No, he does not. But it's 4th and 1, 39ers, 39-yard line. And I'm not going to do a fair catch just because it's not like worth it. You just might return it for very little yardage. So they're going to be at the 23-yard line. So this will be a 1st and 10. Excellent route here for the London Bulldogs offense. We got Joe Flacco. He's going to step back to pass. He's going to fire this one out to Antonio Brown. He gets stopped there at the 42. 4 for 5, 95 yards for Joe Flacco today. And the New York Giants offense, they've only allowed 207 offensive yards today. And they're going to throw this one out to Rob Gronkowski. So he's going to use that juke move. He gets stopped there at the 28. 5 for 6, 124 yards. And he's at the 28-yard line. So we're going to use a PA Power O pass play on 1st and 10. So they're at the 28. We're going to step back to pass. I'm going to fire this one out to Gronkowski. And he jumps on into the end zone once added his 5th TD of the season. All right, 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. And they're going to hand this off to Saquon Barkley. He runs that ball, and he only gains about 6 yards on that play. 2nd and 4 now. And Bobby Wagner now has 2 tackles on the day. And they're going to step back to pass. They're going to fire this one out to Evan Ingram. And that's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 24. So we're going to blitz here on the defense. 54 seconds to go. Clock winding down pretty fast here. They are going to throw this one to Kenny Golladay. I seriously thought for about 1 or 2 seconds we were going to claim that INT, but I saw it. According to my camera, Golladay did claim it with his 2 hands, so the offense does have it once added. So kind of confusing how like they both have this same color scheme, the teams, but it's just so hard to tell if they actually got that reception or interception. This concludes the third with this play. So they're going to fire this one out. And Sterling Shepard, he gets stopped at the 6. All right, 1st and goal from the 6-yard line at the 6. 4 minutes to go in this one. So they're going to run this out with Barkley. And Saquon Barkley gets that into the end zone. That's a touchdown for the New York Giants. So it's now 43-14. All right, now it is kickoff time, 43-14 in the 4th quarter. Khalid Smith is actually going to return this kickoff for the London Bulldogs. So he wants to evade the tacklers to end the first half, believe it or not. He returned that with some Sonic the Hedgehog speed. J.J. Watt, he does have a dislocated shoulder. He is not going to be able to return in this episode. But the question is, will he be back in time for playoff season? So postseason rather. And hopefully he probably will, because he's probably one of the best defensive players in this league. He's had over 100 career sacks. And Cam Newton, 129 yards and 2 touchdowns today for Cam Newton. So we're going to use the Sluggo seam pass play at the 41. Newton back to pass. So he's going to fire this one out to Larry Fitzgerald. So he is going to get that 1st down at the 18. 5 for 6, 171 yards and 2 touchdowns on the day. And this is going to be a 1st and 10 Sluggo seam pass play, 18-yard line whatsoever. Newton steps back to pass. He's going to fire this one out to Larry Fitzgerald. Gets stopped at the 2, 187 yards. And we're going to use a halfback drive. So we're at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal. Hands this off to Khalid Smith. Gets that in. Touchdown Bulldogs. And it's now going to be 50-14. All right, 2-minute warning is over. 2 minutes to go here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. They're going to step back to pass to Sterling Shepard. And this is going to be a 2nd and 7 now. We're going to use his own coverage at the 49. And there's about 90 seconds to go. So the Bulldogs are going to win this 4th game. So the Giants don't want to give up. They want to score another touchdown, so they won't have to be blown out by our strategic #1 team in this league right now. And we are proven #1 offense and #1 defense. So Daniel Jones, he's 1st and 10. So we've only allowed like 2 touchdowns defensively. So they're going to throw this one out to Saquon Barkley. And this is going to be a 2nd and 3 now. They're going to step back to pass once at it. That's at the 9. So he has put up a good passing game today. 1st and goal at the 9. And they're going to step back to pass once at it. Incomplete. 9-yard line. 14 seconds to go. 2nd and goal, by the way. And they're at the 9. So they're at the 14 seconds to go. Question is, will the Giants score another touchdown before time runs out? And clock is ticking down, so unfortunately, no, they do not score another touchdown. But the London Bulldogs are your winners of today's episode. by the final score of 50-14. Bulldogs win it in East Rutherford, New Jersey. All right, Daniel Jones, 102.2 passer rating, 23 for 28, 259 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 INT. So not bad for him today, 23 for 28. And the only mistake he made was that INT. Cam Newton, perfect pass rating, 2 touchdowns on the day. Joe Flacco, a perfect passer rating with 1 touchdown on the day. So Saquon Barkley did have a rushing touchdown. Khalid Smith had 2 rushing touchdowns on the day. And we're going to check out the receiving here. So Gronk had 101 receiving yards today with 2 touchdown receptions. Evan Ingram had 1 touchdown reception. So did Larry Fitzgerald with 131 receiving yards today. And defensively, let's see how many sacks we got. Casey Hayward, 1 sack. Jonathan Allen, 1 sack. Rodney McLeod, 1 sack. Dante Hightower, 0.5 sacks. And J.J. Watt had 0.5 sacks. But he left the game early with a dislocated shoulder, so he wasn't going to be able to return anyway. Joe Hayden, interception, not very much yards returned. There was a fumble recovery made by Ryan Kerrigan. He did make that touchdown whatsoever. Kick returns. Khalid Smith did have a kickoff return for a touchdown to end the first half, and he had 103 yards. So that wraps it up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next episode.